Yeah, how's it going, Cornflake? Just wait for a few more people to join the live stream before we get started. How's it going, the zippiest? Alright. Let's just get started. That way, those of you that are early and in the stream already, you guys have a better chance of actually battling against me. Right, so what we're going to do, I'm just going to move this off the screen. Here. Oh, brilliant. That's disconnected. Fantastic. Wouldn't be a CallumOnToast stream if we were just able to successfully start it with my screen sharing working the way it's supposed to at the first attempt. Right, hopefully that's all working fine now. Right, so you'll see the rules on the screen. It's gonna sort of rotate between this and the sort of donation incentives, so if you're not able to read all of it in one go, don't worry, it will pop up again in a few seconds time, but we'll just go through those before we get started. Basically, you're going to scan the code on the screen. Just as an example, I scroll down to here and then you scan this. Don't scan it right now because I'm not ready for it, but you'll basically have to watch the stream on a second device in order to do that, because you can't scan the screen if it's on your phone. But yeah, you'll scan that, and then if you're successful, then you'll be able to challenge me to a battle. Please challenge in the Great League, and your aim is to outspice me. So you're going to try and bring 3 Pokemon that you think will be spicier than the 3 Pokemon that I'm going to be running. It's your choice whether you want to run some sort of theme or not. Often creative themes do very well here, but you should run at least 1 XL Pokemon. Now, after each battle, I'm going to run a poll, and the viewers, i.e. you guys, are going to vote for the team you thought was spicier. So if you thought the viewer brought a spicier team than mine, then you vote for that. If you thought my team was spicier, you vote for my team. The actual outcome of the battle doesn't really matter, so don't worry if the team you're putting together isn't particularly good. Most of mine aren't going to be good at all. They're just completely randomly generated. I used a wheel earlier. And then, yeah, if you're able to win the poll, then I will add you as a friend in-game. If we're already friends, then of course, I'm not going to add you again because I can't do that. But you get the gist of it, hopefully anyways. So let's just get started, and I will be bringing up the battle code on screen for the first time today. So just a sort of reminder for you guys, if you try and scan here and you get an error, usually that just means that someone else has also scanned it and they've beaten you to it. So basically, you'll just have to scan again for the next attempt, and hopefully that works out. But obviously, not too many people on stream right now. Apparently only about 20 people watching this. But obviously, as we go sort of further down the line, hopefully there'll be more people, but obviously that means there'll be more people trying to scan all at the same time. So let me just quickly put this on my screen so you can't see the team that I'm choosing. Also, by the way, if you do end up scanning and sending me a battle, please don't watch the stream and just watch my every move, because it won't make for a particularly fun battle. Okay, my team is locked in here. I'm just going to quickly change this back so you can actually see what we're doing. Whoops. Oh, hold on one sec. I'm gonna have to exit this because we have disconnected already. Sorry, trainer. I apologize for this. I'm so sorry, Alder Smoke. We had this issue the other day, and I had to restart my phone, so I might have to do that right now. I restarted my PC before this, and that did not work out, obviously, for me. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to restart my phone. Hopefully, things work. Sorry, yeah. So my phone mirroring disconnected, and so no one would be able to see your team anyways. So I thought I'd have to just start again. So apologies for that. Hopefully you're able to scan again once I've got reconnected and stuff. But yeah, we had this issue the other day. I don't know what the issue is, but I know that restarting my phone eventually did fix it. So I'm hoping that's going to be the same here. But it's very frustrating. So apologies again. Right. Alright, let's try that again. Hopefully this time it works. Yeah, I was just watching Henry's live stream, then came here. Good to have you here. Alright. Okay, hopefully it works out. This is not the team I'll be using, by the way, so don't worry about that. Come on. Alright, I'm just gonna do this so you can't see the team that I'm choosing. Hopefully this works this time. Okay, I've locked my team in. Gonna bring this back down now. Looked like an interesting team. I actually don't remember what it was. I think there was like Elekid, Probopass. I don't remember the third. But anyways, good luck to this trainer. Hopefully they've not lagged out this time or anything, having problems on their end. Alright, I've heard the noise. Okay, the battle is starting. Here we go. Combuskin into Shadow Scizor. Okay, not the spiciest of starts. Remember guys, your aim is to outspice me, so don't just bring regular Pokemon. Okay. Yeah, so please guys, do read what's on the screen there. So you're trying to bring spicy Pokemon. You're trying to bring Pokemon that is going to outspice me. And you are also required to bring at least one XL Pokemon. These are the rules. They are on screen. Okay. I have a feeling I know who you guys might choose for the poll for this one, but we'll play out the battle anyways. Alright, GG's to that trainer, but please do read the instructions next time. Because it kind of defeats the point in the stream if people don't actually follow what's being asked. But just for the sake of it anyways, we're gonna do the poll here. So you can decide whether it was my team that was spicier or the subscribers. Okay, so when I mean XL, I mean like requires XL candies to be powered up. I don't mean large. Alright, gonna wait a few more seconds here. Looks like actually most people who are in chat have voted. Actually, never mind. The concurrent viewers hadn't updated. But yeah, so unfortunately, Trainer, you did not win this. I will not add you as a friend, but obviously I'll do streams like this in the future, so maybe you'll get your chance to add me as a friend next time. But please guys, do read the instructions on screen. I know they are cycling in and out. Maybe I'll just take the donation incentives off for this one, just because I'm not too worried about people donating today. We got way more donations than we deserved on our previous stream, so let me just change that so it's just a fixed image. So just bear with me a second here. Okay, so that should just stay here now. Maybe they thought it was glass cannons. Didn't fit the category. I mean, I couldn't really spell it out more than what's on the screen right now. But yeah, so please guys, if you want to battle, please follow the instructions. If, for example, you're like Christopher Valdez, who's just said, I'd like to battle you, but I've just started playing Pogo a few months ago, and I don't have any cool Pokemon built. Hope people bring cool picks. Yeah, if you don't have the Pokemon sort of that I'm asking for, then please don't scan. I appreciate, obviously, a lot of you want to battle me anyways, but I do want to try and make the stream as sort of entertaining as possible and sort of reward people who are able to bring crazy picks for the battle as well. But yeah, so we're going to bring the second QR code on screen. Another reminder, guys, you will need a second device to scan this. So ideally, if you can watch on like a TV, laptop, PC, something like that, and then scan from your phone, obviously from there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, bring up this again so I can hide my team so you guys don't see it. And also, if you do end up scanning and you send a battle, please don't watch the battle on stream. Please just pause it so that it's not so that you basically just don't know my every move as I'm making it. Otherwise, kind of makes the battle unfair. But anyways, we've locked in team number 2. Ooh, excuse me there. Good luck to this trainer. We're going to go Frigibacks into Yamper. Okay. That is some crazy spice right here. We are triple weak to fighting, so that is a problem. We come with the perfect core breaker. I think we go for Icy Wind, and then we swap out. They're going to go for Cross Chop. Whole team's fine into Yamper, really. But I guess we'll come in with Litleo here. They are Shadow, so they might run a sort of harder hitting move. Although I guess they've only got like Cross Chop, Brick Break as options. Okay, we do at least force them to throw. That's good news. But yeah, opponent coming in with one of the craziest core breakers to my team that they could. I think we don't reveal our final Pokemon yet. We'll come back in with the Frigibax, get the Dragon Breath farm down, and we'll probably see theirs. Oh, shoot. Tinkertuff. Okay, well, we might as well just go for a debuff here. This is kind of problematic as well. We kind of need them to no-shield this. And then we got to hope that they don't go... Oh, they swap out. That is huge. I'll be honest, I have literally no clue what moves this thing has. Yeah, I guess we just no-shield this, right? What do you have here? Crunch. Okay, that's good. That's resisted. They do debuff me, however. Fair play. Alright. I feel like they're going to bait. Do they even learn Bulldoze here? I don't know. I've never gone up against this Pokemon. Let's find out. No, they do full center play rough. Okay, that's good. I think we're going to bait here. I don't really know how much energy they've got, if I'm being honest. But we go for a bait of our own. We get the debuff. And Crunch should put them into range where we can take them out. Yeah, this is a pretty crazy team from the opponent. Opponent certainly got the memo. Alright, GG's to that trainer. Honestly, Yampa kind of held the team back. But let's go ahead and... Okay, well, they're already on my friends list, so I guess the poll doesn't really matter too much. But that was definitely probably one of the spiciest teams we will see today. So let me know... Which team do you think was spicier? Was it mine or was it the viewer? We are just setting up the poll now. Already forgot your team. Hi Callum, are you still up for renaming one of your Pokies from my donation yesterday? Please change Snorlax's name to Big Boy. Yeah, absolutely. For anyone who was in the stream yesterday and didn't claim any of the sort of donation incentives that they've earned through donating, then you're more than welcome to claim them now. So let me just do that whilst you guys are voting. Although looking like a pretty dominant win for the subscriber there. So I'll give it a couple more seconds whilst I just rename Snorlax. I'll just go for this shadow one. Alright, I think we'll end the poll there. So congratulations to that trainer, because they absolutely obliterated me in the poll. We are renaming this to... well, I've already lost the comment. Big Boy. Big... 3 eyes, it looks like. Alright. For whoever it was saying about there being no code on the screen, it will come up after each battle when I'm ready to have you guys scan. Alright, so here we go. Code is up again. A reminder, if you get an error when you're scanning, then unfortunately just means that someone else beat you to it. So another reminder, please read the rules on the right hand side of the screen before you send a battle request. Alright, I'm just checking what my next team is. Okay, team is locked in. Okay, Rufflet into Shadow Alakazam. Alright. I'm going to take big damage here. Okay, they swap out. Into Charm Delcatty. No! Not a Charmer. But of all the Charmers, this is probably the one you can get away with running. I mean, we are using a Rock Tomb debuffer ourselves, so... Alright, here we go. Fly. Gonna be shielded. We're gonna swap out now. This thing learns, like... Wild Charge. Disarming Voice. So I think we can just no shield. Yeah, obviously non-stab on the fairy moves. Well, non-stab on the wild charge as well, but that's kind of irrelevant as we would double resist it anyways. Ooh, tricky. Okay, we get to the rock tomb. Didn't even realize we're running double rock tomb here. But Sharpedo is gonna cook me, I can't lie. Oh, never mind. They no shield. Okay. Fair enough. I think we might have been in trouble there if they shielded that, but I think we should be fine right now. We just double shield if they get to 2 fire punches or shadow balls, whatever they full send. Yeah, they full send the shadow ball. We can go for the Hex Farm down, and we take that game. Alright. GG's to that trainer. We are going to once again get the poll up. My memory is pretty bad, so you guys are going to have to do a better job of remembering like the teams that we just used there. I had, what was it, Rufflet, Hippopotas, and Frillish. And the opponent had Shadow Alakazam, Sharpedo, and Delcatty as their XL. Viewer. Right, poll is up right now. Sorry, don't have any spicy mons. I mean, you kind of took what we like to see on this channel. You brought an XL Pokemon, and then you brought some glass cannons. So that's absolutely fine. And as you can see, poll is, well, I was going to say it was relatively close. Only 9 votes so far, so guys, please do get involved with the voting as well. We'll give it a few more seconds here. And I'll try to catch up with the chat, see if there's any other requests from the previous stream. Doesn't look like it. Alright, we're going to end the poll here. So, GG's the Zippiest. Unfortunately, weren't able to win that one. So, maybe next time. But we're going to go ahead and bring up the code once again for the viewers to scan. Please read the rules on the right hand side of the screen here. If you can't meet the criteria, then please just don't bother scanning, because there's probably quite a lot of people that can meet the criteria and they are keen to send a battle invite. But obviously if you're beating them to it and then bringing just random stuff, then they're not going to get a chance. Alright, locking in the next team. Also, guys, don't worry if your team has lots of holes. It's not well balanced. My teams literally make no sense at all, so don't worry about that. I just used the roulette wheel thing, just randomly picked the teams. So a lot of them will have a triple weakness to a glaringly obvious typing that could easily just fully sweep my whole team. Doesn't really matter too much. It's just about running spicy teams. Could lead to some pretty entertaining battles as well if we see a full sweep from a random Pokemon that you've probably never seen even win with before. Alright, hopefully this trainer is just picking their team and they haven't lagged out or anything. Don't know why my battle doesn't start. I'm assuming this is you then, in which case it's probably just an error, so we'll have to just we'll have to just back out, unfortunately, if that's the case. Yeah, so just an error there. Thank you, Alex Carmona 2705 for the donation. I took the donation incentives off the screen, but if you want to rename a Pokemon of mine, you're more than welcome to do so. Let me quickly sort this out. Alright, we're going to bring up the battle code again. Usually, Alex, I would, for people who've donated $5 or $10, I would allow them to pick my next team, but because it's against viewers, I don't want to like hide my teams. It doesn't make as much sense to do so. But if you want to pick like an XL Pokemon, I can try and incorporate it in the next team. But I can't allow the full team to be picked, just because it makes the battle quite easy for my opponent. But let me just lock in the team again. Okay, team is locked in. Hopefully this time we can just go straight to battling. Alright. I guess we resist the Thundershock damage, unless they're on Metal Sound, which they are. Okay, well in that case it's quite a bad matchup for us. But they swap out into Bug Bite Ledian, which unfortunately is going to have Dynamic Punch. So I guess we'll go for a Night Slash, hope for some boosts. Okay, Night Slash, no boost there unfortunately. We can get to another one though, and that might have been a CMP tie, in which case we probably just let the Meowth go down. Yeah, that's probably the best we can get here. I don't think we'll be able to beat the Ledian unfortunately, so we'll just let go. We do at least resist the Bug Bite damage on our Pancham as well. So we're going to come in with the Pancham. Maybe we're able to... Nah, probably not. I was going to say maybe we could Bug Bite farm them down here, but that doesn't look particularly likely. Oh, sorry, not Bug Bite, Tackle. What am I talking about? Anyways, you can see we're not running any fighting type charge moves. But do they know? I think this might be a Vice Grip, which would do decent damage. I'm going to no shield anyways. Okay, just a Mirror Shot, that's fine. Okay, CMP tie, which we lose apparently. See, we kind of need the crunch damage to connect, and it does. Okay, we might barely live this. If not, I don't think it's worth shielding anyways, so we'll just let it go. Mirror Shot, we barely hang on there. Okay, let's just get rid of this thing before they can debuff me with a Mirror Shot. Okay, Body Slam gets the KO. They've still got 2 shields, and unfortunately they've got a really rough answer for us here. We're going to throw a Body Slam anyways. But yeah, that looks pretty tricky for us to deal with. They do end up shielding there. They can fully Peck Farm me down, and they will be able to very easily Peck Farm us down here, or even throw a charge move. That's fine as well. And the opponent full sends the Brave Bird just because they can, and we do end up losing that game there. But GG's to that trainer. Let's get the poll started nice and quickly this time. Alright, who do you think had the spicier team? Was it myself or was it the subscriber? Alright, we'll wait for a few more votes here before we go ahead and take the results, although it's looking like a pretty comfortable win there. Alright, we'll take the votes now. Unfortunately, Trainer did not come out on top there, with 76% of the votes going to me, but GG's, thank you for the battle anyways. We're going to go ahead and bring up the battle code again. If anyone's just tuning in, please, before you scan, read the instructions on the right hand side of the screen. If you're not able to sort of meet the requirements that I'm expecting for the team that you bring, then please just don't bother scanning, because I'm sure there'll be plenty of other people that can bring some spicy stuff and would love to be able to battle, but if there's quite a lot of you scanning, they might not get the chance. Alright. Just locking in the team here. Alright, good luck to this trainer. What if you have spicy but not the Excelmon? Then you don't meet the requirements, unfortunately. Fishing for a debuff here. Expecting a shield. Oh, there's actually no shield. Okay, well, we should have just gone for Shadow Ball in that case. But I guess we go Scorching Sands again. Okay, they do shield this time. That's fine. They're committing to a farm down here, and it looks like they're not going to get it, so they are forced to throw. They just threw a Dark Pulse. Okay, that's fine. I don't remember what they led with. Oh yeah, this guy. This thing only learns like poison moves and Fell Stinger, I think. Ooh, okay. They swap out into Meow Stick on Confusion. We go straight for Aqua Jet. Decent damage. We'll come in with the Gollet. And we definitely just shield once, farm down. I think one of these has a grass type move. Or Shadow Ball as well. That's pretty bad. Good thing we shielded there. And then, yeah, we should be fine right now. As the opponent comes back in, we can go for back-to-back Shadow Punches. And this should be putting them into Mudslap farm down range. Okay, not quite farm down range there, but GG's to the opponent. What was the team there? I'm just trying to think. I don't think any of those Pokemon were actually XL. So... please, if you could actually follow the instructions and bring XL Pokemon. If Poipole is XL, and you've got a really bad IV one, then fair enough. I didn't realize that was the case. Excuse me there, I need a drink of water. Alright, let me get the pole set up. Alright. Let me know whose team do you think was spiciest. Your XLs are Medicham, Jumpluff, Sableye, Galarian Corsola, and Diggersby. Yeah, you might need to invest into something a little bit spicier than that, I feel. Alright, again, we'll wait just a few more seconds here for some more votes to come in. Alright, I think pretty clear answer again. So, GG's to that trainer. Unfortunately, not able to outspice me, so I won't be adding you as a friend. Unfortunately, so far, the only trainer who you guys thought outspiced me was already on my friends list, so we haven't added anyone new yet. But hopefully, there's going to be plenty more battles today, so let's see if someone else can give it a go. I tried. I appreciate the effort. Alright. Alright, good luck to this trainer. Right, hopefully they're just choosing their team. Sometimes it does lag out like this. Alright, there we go. Battle is about to commence. We have got Skrelp into Shadow Lugia. Definitely a pretty common matchup that you see in the Go Battle League. Okay, they come in with Grimer. This is going to be their XL Pokemon, or at least one of their XL Pokemon. I think we might as well just stay in here, I guess. Okay, we've grabbed the shield already, so we're in a decent position here. So hard to scan the QR code before someone else gets it. I'd definitely recommend like making sure the stream is definitely live and you're not a few seconds behind, because that can make a huge difference. But anyways, we get the KO there. I don't know if that's necessarily great for us, but we're going to go for a Sludge Bomb, and then I think we just swap into our Teddy Ursa, as we should be on Lick. They might go ahead and full send an Aeroblast. I don't really care. Fair play to them if they do. No, just a Sky Attack. Okay, maybe you haven't used this Lugia in a while. Okay, we could have been on Cross Shop, but we don't have it, so I think we're just going to let this go. I assume Scraggy should be pretty fine to clean up here. Worst case scenario is probably going to be a Rock Tomb, so I'll just no shield. Yeah, just going to be a Body Slam here. They might be able to make a nice catch. Okay, but we're going to swap out instead. And I think I can probably just commit to full fast move farming down at this point. I don't think Lugia gets to another Sky Attack. Oh, they actually do. So that is, I guess, a good thing I swapped out, made a catch there, and saved my shield. But I guess we are one away from back-to-back now. So hopefully we can... We probably... I don't know who wins CMP in this matchup. They are very spammy here with the Body Slams. But we do just barely outspam them here. Get into back-to-back upper hands. But GG's to the opponent. Two interesting XL Pokemon there. Triple Shadow Team as well. So we're going to do the poll now. Who do you guys think had the spicier team? Was it myself or was it the viewer? And by the way, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please make sure you leave a like. It does help push out the stream to more people. Although I know if you guys are maybe feeling slightly selfish and you want to battle me, you maybe don't want to push the stream out to more people because it means you've got a lower percentage chance of actually being able to battle me. But still, you know, it's nice to support me if you can. Alright, this poll is looking very close here. So there's 58 of you currently watching, only 17 votes, so your vote could make the difference here. Gonna end the poll in just a few more seconds, so be quick with your votes. Alright. Alright. Oh, hold up. I just ended it, but it changed the second I ended it, so let's see what the results are. We're waiting for it to come back in. And apparently it was exactly 50-50. I'm feeling generous, so we'll say 50-50 is a win for the viewer there. So we will be sending a friend request to, we'll have to remind ourselves who the heck that even was, to add NaCl. Alright. I'm assuming that's sodium chloride or salt. Alright, anyways, let's go bring up the next battle code. Alright. Just gonna hide my screen again whilst we pick the next team. Alright, really positive lead to start things off here. The opponent is going to swap out into Kecleon. Okay, we're just going straight for Rock Tomb here. We're going for that debuff immediately. Okay, could have Foul Play, Ice Beam. Ice Beam, okay, cool. That does make things a little bit tricky for us. Just because I don't really want to swap into my Trumbeak here and take a super effective Ice Beam. Okay, we do get the full farm down anyways. That is good news. Alright, let's see. Okay, now I guess we just swap out. Okay, this should be a discharge. I'm hoping I can live this. That would be nice. Is that a Ghastly? Yes. Okay, we do not live the discharge. That is not so great for us. Okay, we lose CMP apparently. Or they threw one turn early. But either way, it's not looking too good for our Ghastly here. This Shadow Milotic does have decent amount of energy. And unfortunately, you're going to see Ghastly. Ghastly is one of the... Oh man, they bait with a double resisted wrap. That is crazy. But fair enough. Oh, actually... That wasn't a bait. That's probably their cheapest move here. I don't know what they have. They don't have Aqua Tail, clearly. Otherwise, they would have thrown it earlier. Okay, no, never mind. I'm wrong. They did have an Aqua Tail the whole time. But we get a 2 shield flex from the opponent there. Obviously, if I wanted a shield, I could have thrown. But GG's to that trainer. Trying to think. Remind myself what their team was. I think Minun maybe is XL. I don't think it is actually, so that was not there were no XL Pokemon on that team there, so it was a spicy team for sure, but doesn't quite fit what we're asking for here, so please do read the rules on the right hand side of the screen before you submit a battle. Minun is IV dependent. Well, it's only going to be XL if you've got, like, I guess, just really bad IVs. Like 0. Even at level 40, if you've got, like, 0, 10, 10, that's still roughly what it is. So I guess technically they could have, like, a Nundo Minun, and it would be slightly XL. Alright, but anyways, GG's to that trainer. We are going to take the poll results in just a few seconds' time. This one looking not quite as close, so I guess we might as well end it now. Excuse me, I don't know why my throat is like this today. But unfortunately, they did not win the poll voting, so I won't be adding them as a friend. But I appreciate the battle nonetheless. Let's go ahead and bring up the code again. Please, if you don't have a spicy XL Pokemon to bring to the battle, just don't scan this, because I want people to try and fit the same theme that I'm going for with my teams. Obviously, I'm not asking you to bring a triple XL team, because you know, that's quite expensive to invest in. But at least one Pokemon that's XL isn't that much to ask for. Let me hide my screen as I input my next team here. Okay. Alright, that is definitely an XL Pokemon. We've got 2 Ice types in the back, so I guess we swap out here into our Delibird. Okay, they're already at a Body Slam. Okay, we'll just go straight for Icy Wind. Should hopefully grab us a shield in this matchup. But they can likely just Dragon Breath farm me down, if I'm being honest. Okay, no, they swap into Attack Form Deoxys. Alright, you love to see it. We are... How many did they get through there? I think 2, 3 poison jabs. I'm going to come in with the Sandshrew. We can shield once and then just fully farm them down. I know this is a resisted Psycho boost, but this is going to do a lot of damage, so we'll shield. And then we come out with a move loaded. Obviously, we know this is good into Dino. So it just depends what their third Pokemon is. It's going to be Shadow Mewtwo. Okay. Nice. Unfortunately, not so nice for them, just because Sandshrew kind of core breaking the team right now. But okay, they tried to make the catch. We respect it, but we're not messing around here. We're going for Gyro Ball. Gyro Ball does not get the one shot, but it does put them into literal perfect farm down range, unfortunately. And so at this point, you know what? We might as well see what charge moves they're running. We'll let them go for the move here. And it's a double resisted Ice Beam. Okay, I don't know if that was a BM or what that was, but either way, we've got the Night Slash loaded. Night Slash gets the KO, and we take that game. But GG's, very spicy team. Some glass cannons in there as well. And of course, the XL Pokemon. Right, let's create the poll. Which team do you think was spiciest? Was it mine or was it the opponent's? This one's looking pretty close, guys, so please, it would be awesome if you guys could vote. And this might make the difference between this trainer adding me as a friend in-game or not. So, you know, your vote could mean a lot here. Alright, it's now looking like a pretty clear win now for the viewer. So yeah, turns out a lot of you guys, well, when we were earlier in the polls there, it was looking pretty neck and neck. So we're going to end the poll there, 24 votes. Congratulations to the viewer, as you have come out on top. So we are going to send a friend request. Alright, bringing up the next battle code for you guys to scan. I'm going to let you guys know. Highly disagree. Yeah, but I mean, Dino was a cool pick, and then obviously 2 very attack-weighted Pokemon there with the Attack Deoxys and Mewtwo. I definitely think it was one of the better teams that we've faced. I'm using Little Cup Pokemon. Well, no, because it's a Great League outspice me kind of thing. So, I mean, you're more than welcome to do so, but I don't know how you guys can vote for that. Okay. It's going to be an interesting battle, for sure. I respect the ambition from the opponent. I feel like they'd need to very... I don't know. I don't even know what they could have in the back that would be tough for me. Because you can see the damage output of these Mud Slaps is just night and day. I think to make it interesting, we'll no shield here. Give them as much of a chance as possible. As they do go for Psy Shock. And they do farm me down. But, yeah, let's see. Okay, I understand what they've gone for here. Because that is pretty cool to see a Little Cup Latios. Shiny as well? I think it was. Yeah, shiny as well. So, you know what? If they're running Luster Purge, fair play. This might actually one-shot us. I don't know. Let's see. No, just a Dragon Claw. Okay, we'll come in with the Rock and Roller. I respect the effort, but yeah, it's gonna be tough to win with a Little Cup team against Great League Pokemon, anyways. Let alone sort of weirder picks like that. But whose team do you think was spicier? Was it myself or was it the subscriber? It's gonna be quite a difficult one to vote there, just because it was such a weird thing to go up against Little Cup Pokemon. But anyways, I guess we'll find out what you guys thought of that battle. No, I understand what you meant. I just... like, when I do Great League versus Ultra League, I try and run the most optimal Great League Pokemon to beat a specific Ultra League team. Like, you'd have had to have been insanely lucky based on what I ran there to actually win that. Alright, it is actually pretty close here, surprisingly. So if you guys haven't voted yet, make sure you do vote. Obviously, CallumOnToast, as we've seen already, is on my friends list, so I guess it doesn't really matter too much whether they win this or not. You'd need to run you need to run Pokemon that like triple resist moves and deal like double super effective damage into like a pretty common team. Alright, so unfortunately they did not win that, but it was a creative idea nonetheless. Let's go ahead and bring the battle code up on the screen right now. A reminder, guys, if you don't have any XL Pokemon, I know that one was a bit weird, so maybe don't take the previous battle as an example of what to do. But you should be sending a battle in the Great League. You should be bringing a full spicy team, and you should be bringing at least one XL Pokemon with you to the battle. Alright, my team is locked in. Good luck to this trainer. Alright, pretty promising lead matchup for us. Ah, shit. They are on Mud Slap. I just swapped out immediately. Okay, that's... I guess this is fine. We're keeping it away from the Psyduck. We do have 2 grass types in the back anyways. Okay, we grab a shield there. Probably could have gone for Breaking Swipe. Debuff them, but doesn't really matter too much. Okay, they do throw immediately. Probably going to be a sludge. Yep, cool. That's fine. Oh my god. A Diglett. I don't have a clue what this could be, but what was the fast move on Onyx? Rock Throw. Okay, it is just a Mud Bomb. That's chill. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not looking too good for the opponent. I could bait here, but we might as well just full send. Now, what moves does Psyduck have? I'm going to assume Aqua Tail, maybe Cross Chop. Either way, we'll let it go anyways. See what they throw here. Cross Chop. Okay, we're going to swap out. Okay, we do get the perfect farm down there. And we come out with the move loaded. GG's to that trainer. Honestly, if they had a Pokemon that was slightly better than Diglett, they probably could have won that game there. So, fighting back from a tough lead loss, that was pretty good. But a very spicy team. So let's see what you guys thought of that. Who do you think had the spicier team? Was it myself or was it the subscriber? All right. I mean, I think we probably don't need to wait too long to see who's going to come out on top for this poll. All right. We might as well end it here. Congratulations, as you have just... Oh. I was going to say you've just earned yourself a friend request, but it errored out as I did that. So... not sure what happened there. Atom990, if you're able to just leave your code in the chat. I don't know why it errored out there, but yeah, you have obviously earned yourself a well, the thing hasn't, the poll results haven't shown either, so I think maybe my internet's being quite slow at the moment, not really sure. But yeah, if you just leave your friend code in the chat and I will add you. Apologies for not being able to do it just via the in-game method, which should work. Oh, you see the results? Okay, for me it doesn't take... it takes quite a long time for some of them to pop up. Oh, they sent me a gift. Oh, that was someone else. Alright. Anyways. Confusing stuff. My face does not need to still be here. Right, we are picking the next team. The face is back, don't worry. Alright, we've got Dwebble into Shadow Ghastly. Alright. A fellow trainer of culture. They're on Sucker Punch, however. Interesting. Alright, they come in with Metal Claw Aaron. Honestly, I think we just stay in here. Okay, we force a CMP tie. That's actually great. Body Slam. Okay, this seems weird, but my spin is really good into Ghastly, so I'm kind of saving it for there. And obviously, my Bellsprout's going to be pretty awful into Ghastly. Okay, we get the KO. Assume Ghastly probably comes back in. Yep. Now, the opponent shouldn't be switch locked here, but I think I might still be, so I'm going to wait out my switch clock. Come in with Spinder, dealing huge damage, and they come in with their own Dwebble, but they have a Shadow version of it. That is awesome. Alright, thank you for sharing your code. I will add that after we've done the poll voting for this battle. Alright, that was a very spicy triple Shadow team. Unfortunately, not a lot the Ghastly could do there, but GG's to that trainer. Let's go ahead and get a poll started. And hopefully, if they do win this, we can actually just add them with the Add Friend button. That would be ideal. Alright, so let me know, who do you think had the spicier team? Was it myself or was it the viewer? We've had some pretty good teams recently, so you guys are really stepping up to the challenge right now. Dwebble Mirror, yeah. Theirs was Shadow though, so I reckon they get some star points there. The poll's looking relatively close, but maybe not going the way I was expecting. So guys, if you have not voted yet, I can see there's roughly 60 of you in the chat right now. There's only 14 votes, so let's get some more votes in. You guys could be the difference between this trainer getting a place on my friends list or not, which might not mean particularly much to some people, but still. Shadow 98 and 2 Shadow Nundos. That is that is crazy. Alright, it is looking very close right now here. Neck and neck, not much to split it, but I think that might be as many votes as we're going to get, so we will end the poll here. And a marginal win, but a win for the viewer, so congratulations. And adding a friend actually worked this time around, so that is great news. Right, I'm quickly just going to add Atom 990 because obviously it didn't work the previous time. But I'm going to hide my screen here because my friend code's about to pop up. And right, let's do this. Okay, I've sent the friend request, so apologies that it didn't work out the first time round, but we should be good now. Alright, next battle code is going to pop up on screen. Just a reminder for anyone who's maybe just tuned in, please read the right hand side of the screen before you send a battle, so you know what all the rules are, what I expect you to bring, If you can't meet the sort of requirements that I'm asking for, please let other people scan instead, because we're trying to have the spiciest battles possible. And just to let you guys know, I have 27 teams set up for this. We're only at team 12, so still got quite a lot left. So if you've been here for quite a while, you've been scanning and you haven't had the chance yet, people keep on beating you, don't worry, because we will still have at least an hour, maybe an hour 15 more minutes of stream. You air it out. Okay, sorry about that. Obviously I can't guarantee that you'll be able to scan the battle code again, but hopefully you do manage to get a battle request in before the stream ends. Alright, there we go. Same trainer. Gonna have to re-enter my team. Alright. My team's locked in. I'm ready to go. Hopefully no error this time. Have to have some sort of some type of latency. Yeah, definitely try refresh the stream or something. See if that helps out at all. Alright, Carablast into Yanma. Not a great lead for us, so we'll be swapping out into our Elekid. Alright, this is a really cool team. We've got Yanma and Apom so far. Brick Break, respectable damage. Does this Pokemon learn Swift? Yes, it does. So I think if I shielded there, maybe they get to another move anyways. So I didn't want to waste a shield there. Okay, we're actually on Peck. I didn't realize that. So we wouldn't have the worst matchup into the Yanma anyways. But Swift does a lot of damage. We get the farm down. I'm going to swap out immediately if they come in with the Yanma. See. Okay, we're going to swap out. And we catch a move. This could be an Ancient Power. So I will shield. I'll respect it. It's just a Silver Wind. But they swap out into a Mareep. Okay. Trying to think, Body Slam, Discharge. I don't think they have any, like, crazy nukes. So yeah, it's just a Discharge. We'll go for Rock Slide. I assume this will probably just KO. Mareep doesn't reach a particularly high CP. Alright, we get the KO. And yeah, we should be looking pretty fine here. But, very spicy team from the opponent. We might get three viewers winning these polls in a row, because I don't know if my team competes with that. Callum, do you need Master League battles? I can't imagine having as much Stardust as it takes to power up all these XLs and having enough to power up Master League contenders. I do have someone who's mentioned that they were sending in some battles for the Master Premier Cup. So I'm probably going to showcase them, but I don't think I'll showcase anything more than that. We're just setting up the poll once again. Who do you think had the spicier team? Was it myself or was it the subscriber? But yeah, River of Peace 93. Typically, I don't do Master League battles because I don't, like, for Open Master League anyways, I don't raid legendaries, so I don't have DXLs to build anything particularly usable. And yeah, I also like to keep stuff like a Carablast rather than building a level 50 Escavalier. So spicier stuff, I prefer to keep it in the Great League anyways, as an unevolved Pokemon. Alright, we're going to end the poll there. Congratulations to the viewer, as, oh, damn it, once again, we get an error from trying to send a friend request. What even is this game? The Vibing Noob, you will have to just share your code in the chat, as unfortunately I wasn't able to send it there. But I'll add it after I do the next battle, just to continue the flow of the stream. Game is a bunch of... Yep. Alright. Alright, my team is locked in. Let's get this back here. Alright, Trumbeak. I think we've got Ice Shard as a fast move. So yeah, not that bad of a matchup for us. They come in with Dialga. Okay, we don't really have any good answers to Dialga, so I guess we're forced to stay in. Well, not even that we don't have good answers. We have two Pokemon that are really going to struggle against Dialga in the back. Okay, they throw on CMP. Good timing by the opponent there. Obviously familiar with the Dialga Shelter matchup. Recognizing that we get to a Razor Shell there. So, good play. I think we're actually going to come in with Grimer, shield once, and then get a really aggressive Poison Jab farm down. Because otherwise we don't really get too many fast moves through, and they might reach the charge move anyways. So yeah, we get the full farm down. We are down a shield, and we don't have switch advantage, but we do have a really good answer into their lead. So we swap, we make the catch. That is amazing for us. Assuming it's going to be a Drill Peck, it's going to be double resisted. Oh, Rock Blast. Brilliant. Why would they even throw that? Alright, okay, cool. That's not so ideal for us. And they have double Steel in the back, which is just going to completely cook me. We've only got resistant moves to throw here. We might as well throw before they get to a move, but it looks like the opponent will be able to just go for a full Volt Switch farm down here. And there's not really much we can do about it, so I guess we just no-shield this. We might as well throw immediately, as our win condition really is if they no-shield this one for some reason. I don't know why they do that. But they are going to shield. And unfortunately there is 0 win condition for us, so we might as well just no-shield. As, yeah, Trumbeak would have been able to just farm us down if we did get to a second crunch anyways. But GG's to that trainer. Let's go ahead, start the next poll. GG's. Let me know, who do you think had the spicier team? Was it myself? Was it the subscriber? In the meantime, I'm just going to hide my screen whilst I add the Vibing Noob. Okay, I've sent the friend request. Let's have a look at the polls here. Only 11 votes at the moment, so please, guys, if you're able to vote in the poll, as this could make the difference between this trainer. Oh, I realized I backed out anyways, so I'd have to do the same thing here. But yeah, we'll take the poll results in about 5 more seconds here. Alright, not a single vote after that anyways, so unfortunately trainer unable to win that one, but appreciate the battle nonetheless. Let's go ahead into the next team. I'm going to put the battle code on screen. If you're just tuning in order to scan these, you will have to be watching the stream on a second device. And also, before you scan, please do read the rules on the right hand side of the screen, as it will make for some much more entertaining viewing if you guys do also follow that. Alright, my team is locked in, I'm ready to go. Good luck, trainer. We got Trapinch into Drifloon. Okay, that is not ideal. That is really bad. So we're going to swap out. Oh dear. I mean, we've got Break actually. It's not the worst thing, since they're not on Waterfall. Waterfall would have just been GG's. My whole team would have just already been instantly deleted. But we can reach 2 Brick Breaks here. Unfortunately, don't have many spicy XLs other than Trumbeak and Fletchinder. Had to go with the Shadowmon. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, we actually flip switch advantage against Shadow Sharpedo. That is why you don't run Bite. That is just an awful fast move. Okay, we're going to come in with Larvesta. I expect them to go for an Icy Wind here, but we're going to play it safe anyways. Yep, they do bait. That's fine. Oh, they come in with Shadow Fire Fang Darmanitan. So they just run in the wrong moves intentionally. It doesn't matter as they're still able to Fire Fang farm me all the way down, bro. What the hell? What the hell? Oh no. I think my win condition now is Ember farming them down before they get to a second rock slide. Obviously energy generation a lot worse than the Incinerates. Can we get there? We do. That is huge. And then we go for good timing. Oh, they just randomly get 2 hexes in for free. That's not great. Oh, they live it. Oh, we lose. We end up losing the game there because the game randomly decided to give them an extra hex in for free. But GG's to that trainer. I don't know if they were intentionally going for like the wrong moves on their glass cannons in the back. But anyways, let's go ahead and get the poll set up. Alright. Also, it's pretty depressing how quickly my Trapinch went down there, since I've been walking this thing for absolutely ages. And I've basically finished the XL candies for it now. I just need to do a few trades for the final power up for it. But yeah, that was pretty lackluster. Thanks for the live stream. I was saving your dragon stream for this workout I'm doing, but I get a live one and a battle with a friend request. Keep the streams coming. I appreciate that. The dragon one was pretty good, so you know, you're more than welcome to watch that at some point further down the line as well. Alright. Again, not too many votes here, but it's looking like a pretty dominant win for this one, so we might as well just end the poll now. Congratulations to the viewer, as you have ended up with a pretty comfortable win there. So GG's. Let's go ahead and bring up the next battle code. Purposely had the wrong moveset. Alright, yeah, I think subscribers maybe appreciated that. Alright, let's go ahead and sort out my next team. We are just over halfway through the teams that I've got built for this, by the way. So if we've not battled yet, don't worry. We've still got plenty more battles to come. Oops. This team's a bit of a weird one. It's got probably 2 of the most usable Pokemon that I've used so far. But then I've also got one of the worst Pokemon here. Hopefully they are just picking the team here. They've not lagged out or anything. But if you have, please just let me know, and we'll bring up the battle code again. Was me aired out? Okay. Unfortunate there. We'll try it again here. Code is up on screen. Alright, just out of curiosity, for those of you who haven't battled me yet and have a spicy team with 3 Pokemon that are very spicy and at least one of them excel and are planning to battle me, can you just leave a comment in the chat letting me know so I have a rough idea of how many people left are still wanting to battle? I'm down, like to battle trying. Still trying to find an XL Pokemon to build. Yeah, I've got 3 fully level 50 Pokemon waiting for a battle. Awesome. Alright. Crunch your body, Sam, I think. Yeah, so as I was saying before this trainer aired out the previous time, it's got like basically the 2 most usable Pokemon in the back, but then Voltorb is pretty rubbish. But on the opponent's end, they've got a freaking Squovit. So, not a particularly usable Pokemon there. They come in with Shiny Shadow Armaldo. You gotta respect it. Although, speaking of respecting, I'm not going to respect the Rock Blast here. Does this one shot? It does not, because Vullaby is actually super bulky. We'll go for Foul Play. Foul Play is going to grab a shield. Obviously, Fury Cutters are going to be super effective into Voltorb, so we'll come in with the Pawniard. How dare you diss Voltorb like that? It's just so bad. It just needs a better fast move. Okay, the opponent goes for the CMP tie there, which they would have won, so very good timing on their end. They full send Liquidation. They debuff me. I'm not going to overfarm too much here. I've already forgotten what they had in the lead. Squovit, that was the one. So obviously we've got a pretty good matchup into Squovit. It just depends what their final Pokemon is. Okay, this is going to be quite tricky for Voltorb here. I don't believe we have any electric type moves. But we're going to bait. We farmed up to the Iron Head. We grab a shield. We're going to swap out. Actually, we should be alright. We just shield this. Hope they don't make a catch or anything. No, it's got Tackle as its fast move. Okay, we should be fine here. I think Swift might KO. It might not actually, but I think we're healthy enough to reach another move. Yeah, just barely. And yeah, Swift, it's non-stab, but this is a Murkrow we're talking about here. So Swift, gets the KO, and we take that game. But GG's, once again, very spicy team on the opponent's end there. So let's see what you guys thought about that. Who do you think brought the spicier team? Was it myself, or was it the viewer? Alright. Never mind, disvolt orb all you want. Yeah. Basically, I built it for the Hisui Cup back when I did a live stream where I was using every single Hisuian Pokemon. And it was just so bad. It kept on coming up basically like every other battle. And it was just rough. It couldn't even beat Gastrodon. Fun stream, got to run. See you next time. Well, I appreciate that, and pretty sure you outspiced me in our battle, so congratulations there. Alright, again, a pretty close poll here, so I'm going to give you guys a few more seconds if you haven't voted just yet. Remember, this could be the difference between the viewer adding me as a friend or not, so if you haven't voted yet, and, well, especially if you think the viewer had a spicier team, then make sure you get your vote in as quickly as possible. But we are going to end it in just a few moments' time. I miss Ionic. Yeah, there's quite a few sort of bigger YouTubers that, well, Pokemon Go wise, that aren't around anymore. That was a Shundo Squovit. Fair play. Cool flex. Unfortunately, the viewers thought my team was spicier. So, I don't know if I would agree with them, but, you know, it's not me that picks it. But anyways, GG's, unfortunately not able to, wait. I don't know. Trying to scan the code since 45 minutes, and I'm airing out. I rage quit the app, lol. Well, obviously there are quite a few people also trying, so please just, if potentially your stream might be slightly behind, so maybe try refreshing it. But obviously it is just a lot of people trying, so as I mentioned, we're just barely halfway through the battles that I've got planned, so there's still lots of time here. Maybe potentially if you aren't able to watch the whole stream, just come away for a little bit and then come back to it and then try again in like half an hour, as we will still be streaming at that point. And obviously more people that are wanting to battle will have battled at that point, so maybe you'll have a better chance. Otherwise, just keep on trying and hopefully eventually you do manage to scan. Alright. We got Shadow Ledian into Hippopotas. A pretty good lead matchup for us. Of course, Rock Team's going to be super effective, so we will have to swap out of this matchup. Okay, we make the catch, we swap out one turn early, and we get a confusion through. Best case scenario for us, unless they randomly bait with a Body Slam, but they don't. They're going to come in with a Fletchinder. They're on Peck. We're going straight for Ancient Power. Do they know about the coverage? Well, we're going for it anyways. Ancient Power. Not respected. Honestly, quite depressing how much damage that did. But I guess they did just debuff us with a Rock Team. So we probably would have got the one shot otherwise. But they go for Fly. Going to be quite tricky to actually take out this Pokemon here, as we've only got resisted fast through pressure. I actually don't know what's going to be better. Obviously Ember, really, really minimal fast through pressure. However, Bug Bite is double resisted, and we will be taking super effective damage from the Pecks. So I guess we just come in with the Houndour. We are going to look to overfarm a little bit. Going to go for a Crunch, as we still can't quite fully farm them down. But Crunch, going to be no-shielded, of course. They come back in with the Hippopotas, and we'll just go straight for Crunch again. If they no-shield this, we probably swap out and try and Bug Bite farm them down. They do shield. We're just going to swap out anyways. We debuff them, and they get to another move. I don't think this is a rock tomb already, but I'm kind of panicking, so I'm going to shield anyways. It is just a body slam, yeah, so I knew that wasn't it, but that's fine. They come in with a Rowlet. Okay, fair enough. I don't think this thing learns any flying type moves. They actually tanked that pretty comfortably, I can't lie. Oh, they just barely miss out on getting to a charge move there. It was probably just a seed bomb anyways, so I don't think it matters too much. Alright, they reach the last second move. Is it the Rock Tomb? Are we about to be one shot here? It is. Alright, fair play. Unfortunately for them though, one Ember will get the farm down and we take that game. But GG's to that trainer. Asking, who is your top 3 personal favourite Pogo creators? Controversial one, because I would have said Jamie Finn was definitely in the top 3. However, he's recently announced sort of retirement from YouTube, at least in Pokemon Go senses. He is apparently starting up a fitness YouTube channel, so if you do want to sort of continue to support Jamie Finn, you'll have to check out his fitness channel instead. The other two, though, for my top 3, bit of a tricky one. I would have said... let me just get this poll sorted out first before we get into that. But I would have said Home Slice Henry, because he used to come up with like really crazy creative theme teams. These days his content is very much just focused on like the best possible teams to use for climbing and like getting to like #1 on GBL leaderboards, which, you know, I respect it, but I don't really enjoy that content nearly as much. Trying to think who else makes like fun, spicy content these days. There really aren't many, and so I think that's like, I've personally been struggling this season especially for coming up with like video ideas, but just because I'm not really feeling inspired through watching any other content creators. So yeah, I don't know if I can give you a top 3, because I don't know if there are 3 creators that I'm actually really enjoying watching at the moment. But anyways, we haven't even got 10 votes on this poll, so guys, please, if you want to get involved, please make sure you vote on the poll here. We're going to give it a few more seconds. Do you like Beezle Boy? I've never watched their content. I guess Yonkers should be there. I mean, I do watch Yonkers' content because he's quite a common creator for people to use their teams. It's just unfortunately, typically his teams that get used are the toxic ones, which he puts out like basically every week for every new meta. So, not amazing. I mean, he does also put out some spicy content here and there, which I enjoy, but for the most part, it's like, I used the most toxic team in the Great League and I won 5 games or something. Alright, so unfortunately, if that was Rowlet God 69, did not win the poll, but I appreciate the battle nonetheless. Yeah, I do know who Beezle Boy is. I'm just saying I don't know. I haven't watched their content, if they make content. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and get up the next battle code. Okay, my team is locked in. Alright. Battle of the Purified Pokemon. Jamie Finn. This is the reason Jamie Finn quit, actually. Just too many Purified Pokemon out there. Nothing to do with the game state or personal life. It's literally just there's too many Purified Pokemon out there. Have I missed anything crazy since the Ghastly battle? Depends which Ghastly battle you are referring to. Because there were several Ghastly battles. Okay, I think we just let it go at this point. Just built the Hippo too. Hippo's actually a pretty good XL Pokemon to use. Especially for like limited metas. So I don't think that's like an investment that you're going to struggle to get any return from. Oh, hello. Unknown. Watch them be on like hidden power ground. They're doing quite a lot of damage here, which I don't appreciate. Are we allowed to battle you again? No. If we have battled, please let other people scan, because there are some people who have been trying to scan basically since I started live streaming an hour and 40 minutes ago. Oh, Shuckle. Okay. Alright, I'm going to be super impressed if Shuckle lives this. Bro, that is insane. That's actually crazy. How did it live that? Don't fuckle with a Shuckle. Honestly, I'm so impressed by that Shuckle, man. Magnet Bomb from Shadow Magnemite. If you didn't know, Magnemite is way more attack weighted than like Magnezone, and even more attack weighted than Magneton as well. Might build an XL Hoot Hoot if I get a hundo one of these days. If you had one with the recent New Year's costume, that would have been a pretty good one to build. Alright, let's go ahead. Start the poll. Who do you think had the spicier team? Was it myself? Or was it the viewer? Afterglow Pikachu Togekiss. I don't want to have to keep on telling you this every stream, but in order to request renaming Pokemon, those are donation incentives, which you get if you donate. Alright. 18 votes this time. So, 19 votes. A lot of people really like the opponent's team there. So, let's end the poll. And a pretty dominant win there for the viewer. So, congratulations. I'm going to add you as a friend. And awesome, and actually worked this time around. So, that is great news. GG's, by the way. Gotta go eat. Hopefully the stream is still up by the time I'm done, but if not, it's been a pleasure watching the games. Well, you're more than welcome to watch whilst you're eating. Alright. Next up. If nothing happens when I try to scan, does that mean my camera is broken? It depends how you're trying to scan it. If you're scanning it through game, then maybe. If you're just trying to open up like your camera, then you're just doing it wrong. Alright. Okay, team is locked in. Alright, Axu into Baneri. Pretty typical matchup here. They're going to have access to Swift and Fire Punch. That does quite a lot of damage. I think we're just going to throw on bad time. Oh, shit. We're not going to get there. Okay, we did get there. But we swap out. No! They swap into Frillish. Oh, shit. Okay, well, they completely wall the energy. Ghost types are Machop's Kryptonite. Nightshade. Decent damage. We might as well full send return. Because why not? It's going to do hardly any damage at all. So that sucks. Yeah, they can just fully hex farm me down now. Or at least they should. Maybe I should have just continued to farm. Maybe try and force them to throw some energy. Either way, we are in a really rough position right now. Maybe damage registration error? No, we don't even get to a last second cross chop. Okay, well, I'm just going to go straight for Dragon Claw. Yep, they shield that, of course. We're going to swap out, and they come in with a shiny Sandygast. Is it shiny? It's kind of hard to tell with the confusions. It looks shiny. Or is it maybe just darker in that part of the screen? I don't know. Let's see. Sludge Bomb. It is shiny. They actually no-shielded that. Damn it. Oh, man. What are they farming to? I think the opponent has realized that they've got a really comfortable win right now. So they're kind of just flexing their final shield. That still doesn't KO! Bro, what are we doing? Oh, man. Dustox is a very bulky Pokemon, by the way. So that's why. Obviously, it was double resisted. But felt like we should have done more damage there. And the opponent committing to that full fast we farmed down. We've got 2 shields. They're not giving us any opportunity to use them. GG's to that trainer. We got Jason saying, yo, thank you so much for the battle and friend request. You're my favorite Pogo YouTuber, so this is super hype. Big thanks to the chat as well. Good luck on your battles. So for you, those of you, actually, let's do the poll first, and then I'll try and show you guys how to scan if you're able to do so. All right. So let me know if you thought my team was spicier or if the opponent's team was spicier. Okay, again, a lot of votes pretty quickly this time around, which is cool to see. It is very close, so if you've not yet voted, please make sure you get it in ASAP. Is now 50-50 apparently, at least on my end, that's what it looks like. So we're going to end the votes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the viewer comes out on top, so congratulations. I'm going to add you as a friend. Brilliant, the game aired out again, because why the fuck would it ever just let me add someone as a friend? Thank you, Bacon in a Roll, for the donation, which says thank you so much for the battle. Apologies, you're going to have to... Wait, who sent me a friend request? A total of 5. I don't remember what their team was and whether they earned friend requests. I can't remember. But if Bacon in a Roll, if that was you that I just battled against, Curry Muncher 636, then please can you just leave your code in... That was me, tapped it by mistake. Okay, yeah, no worries. Then please just leave your friend request, sorry, your friend code in the chat and I'll add you there, because unfortunately sometimes... Oops, keep on clicking on someone else's code. Is that alright? Cool. Let me just put this up so my own code isn't on screen for everyone else to add. All right. Gonna go ahead. Oh yeah, so I was gonna show you guys how to scan. So, presumably, if you guys have ever used AR mode and stuff, your phone should have permissions to open the camera. But basically, in this section where it says scan a battle code, obviously I'm showing you this QR code. You guys are just gonna click on this, and then you'll be able to scan what's on the screen, kind of thing. Someone else already scanned that one, so I didn't get to show that properly, but hopefully you guys understand it. If not, you'll have to go to the settings for Pokemon Go app and grant permission to open the camera and stuff like that. Thank you so much. You've genuinely made my night. Well, I appreciate that. Congratulations on outspicing me, and thank you for the fun battle. We are going to go ahead, lock in our next team. All right. Team is ready. Good luck to this trainer. Debating whether I should invest 500,000 Stardust into my Hundo Pumpkaboo. I actually do think it's a pretty good... Okay, this is pretty rough for me. What do we do? I guess we go into the neutral-ish matchup. It's actually a pretty decent XL Pokemon. Okay. We get to Scald before they throw, which is great. I wonder if they're on Legacy Hurricane. Honestly, decent damage there. I'm gonna no shield. Let's see. Ice Beam. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna wait out our switch clock here, and we'll come in with Corphish, which, by the way, got a moveset update this season, with Vice Grip being a lot better, so might have to try and run this Pokemon in the Go Battle League at some point. They're going to come in with Bidoof. Alright. That's cool to see. We're going to go straight for an Aqua Jet. And then Drillbur's a lot better of a Pokemon, so we'll just swap out into Drillbur. This thing actually has a lot of different charge move options. Since, I don't know if any of you guys played it back then, but there was like the Bidoof event ages ago where it gained access to like a different charge move each day, which was really cool. It was like Bidoof taken over or something like that. I don't know why I forgot to shield here, but it doesn't really matter too much. As we can come in, I should be able to bubble farm them down here. Yeah, unfortunately Sneasel pretty slow to generate energy with Feint Attack as a fast move. Maybe I should have just committed to a return, but we're going to go for an Aqua Jet. Should be more than enough damage to get the KO here. GG's to the opponent. Let's go ahead and see whether you thought my team was spicier or if it was the opponent that you thought brought the spicier team. Remember guys, if you are enjoying the stream, make sure you leave a like, as it does really help me out. I don't think I'm able to view the number of likes on the stream, so you guys will have to let me know. Oh, thank you Jason Peters 3191 for the 5 gifted memberships. Very much appreciate that. Oh, and by the way, Bacon in a Roll, if you wanted to request a Pokemon to be renamed, then you're more than welcome to do so. Same for Jason Peters. If you want to rename something of mine, you're more than welcome to do so. This poll is looking really close right now, so if you guys have not... can Bidoof still not be shiny yet? It can be shiny. It's been shiny for quite a while. If you guys haven't voted in the poll yet, please make sure you do, as this one is super close. Alright. Gonna give it 5 more seconds here. Just one vote is all we need to tip it either one way or the other. Okay, we are ending the poll there. Gonna see that is 50-50, and like last time, we're being generous, so we will say that 50 is a win for the opponent. So congratulations, adding you as a friend. Do I have a shiny Skiddo? Unfortunately not. Just a regular one. Well, actually, do I even have any Skiddo? Yeah, I've got a couple of Skiddo. This one's pretty good if you wanted to rename this. Do I have a shiny Dragonite to name to Peters? Yeah, I can do that now. And then I've actually got a shiny Shadow Dragonite, if that's okay with you. Rename Afterglow. I don't know how many times I need to tell you this. The people requesting to rename stuff have donated to rename it, so you can't just request anything. Can I rename one Faith, please? Yes, I can do that. What CP does this reach? We could build an XL Skiddo in the future, for sure. So we'll rename the one that has the best IVs. Thank you to both of you for the donations and gifted memberships. Let's go ahead and get another battle code on screen. Screen. Reminder for anyone who's just tuning in or has been in for a while but hasn't heard me say it. In order to scan the battle code, you need a second device. So you need to watch the stream on like a PC or a laptop or tablet or TV or something like that. Thank you, Frey. Sorry, let me read this. Freyer Finn Bogason. Apologies, I've probably butchered your name there. 4366 for the 5 gifted memberships. Let me just quickly hide the screen whilst I sort out my team. But we'll get on to if you want to rename any of my Pokemon afterwards, you're more than welcome to do so. No worries about the name, it's Icelandic. But yeah, let me know if you want me to rename any Pokemon or anything like that. Usually I have the donation incentives on the screen, but obviously I need the sort of like rules for how the stream is going to work on screen right now. Alright, so Kecleon in the lead. Not great for Smoochum. We're going to swap out. They're going to come in with Meltan. We've got Fire Punch for coverage. And this thing does not have superpower. Wait, does it even have 2 different charge moves? I know it's got Thunderbolt. Honestly, I think we just shield and quick attack farm down. Yeah, maybe it is just Thundershock Thunderbolt as its only moves. Anyways, we're going to come out with back-to-back Swifts or thereabouts. So let's see. Okay. Yeah, Tyrant would have definitely been a much better response to us. Just because they resist everything that we can throw. But that's fine. They might actually just no-shield everything here. If they let this go through, I might swap into Smoochum, get ahead on energy there. Okay, they bank and move, it looks like. But because they stayed in for quite a while, it looks like we're going to reach back-to-back side shocks here if they try and commit to a farm down. So side shock number 1 is going to grab the first shield. They're not going to commit to the farm down, which is fine. Honestly, I think we just shield. We will be live tomorrow. Possibly, I'm not sure. Shielding there probably was a mistake, because now they come out with a move. Yeah, Tyrant learns Ancient Power. Okay. Oh, they swap out. They get farmed down. Oops, that is awkward for the opponent. I should live this. Whatever they throw. Yeah, just a foul play. And then can we get a one-shot with Pikachu? That'd be pretty cool. Alright, GG's to that opponent there. Really unfortunate about the swap back into Tyrant. I assume they had the move loaded, but it like queued the fast move instead. But let's get up the poll. GG's to that opponent, by the way, if I didn't say it already. Alright, this one's looking pretty close as well. So if you guys have not voted yet, please make sure you vote. Alright, we're going to end it there, and let's see what the results are when they finally pop up on screen. Which they're not doing for me. I don't know if you guys can see the results of the poll just yet, but on my end, they haven't come through for some reason. And it was very close. Okay, 50-50, so congratulations. 50-50 counts as a win for this, so added you as a friend there, or at least I've sent a request. Obviously, you're more than welcome to decline my friend request, but I feel like most people will just accept it. But yeah, congratulations there. We are going to go ahead and bring up the battle code again. A reminder, if you've gifted any memberships or donated or whatever, and you haven't already, you're more than welcome to request a Pokemon to be renamed. And if you haven't donated or gifted any memberships, then obviously you cannot request that. Afterglow Pikachu Togekiss, I'm talking to you there. But yeah, let's go ahead and hide the screen so we can enter the next team. We've now done 20 teams. We've only got 7 left. So if you have been scanning a lot, you've been trying to get a battle through and you've been unsuccessful so far, unfortunately you've only got 6 more attempts after this battle. So I wish you good luck, but obviously if we don't end up battling, unfortunately there's not an awful lot that I'm able to do about that. Yeah, that's a good point. Either Afterglow Pikachu Togekiss is a child, or they're a really talented Rage Baiter. Okay, trainer, this is not... Okay, I mean, it is under-leveled. Okay, they're going for a meta team, just of not powered up Pokemon. Interesting. But that does actually mean that this is a pretty good matchup for Eevee, I would assume, since we're resisting Lick. Whoa. Okay, I think trying to understand the play here from the opponent. I don't have a clue about about this thing, if this thing is fully powered up or not. It's not something that I frequently see in the Go Battle League. So someone will have to let me know if this is a fully powered up Togepi right here. We're going to no shield anyways. I don't even know what moves it can learn. Guess we're about to find out. Psyshock. Okay, cool. We get the full farm down. I don't remember what they had in the lead. Stunfisk. Alright, let's full send a dig. Just because Eevee's usually pretty rubbish, so since we do have a CP advantage against the whole of their team, we might as well see if we can do some stuff with the Eevee. Okay. Yes, Hundo level 50 Togepi. Fair enough. Interesting that they decided to go with some strange options as their other Pokemon there. But we're going to come in. I'm going to try and get a cross poison boost here. My moves are resisted, but Sucker Punches could start to add up. No boost, unfortunately. But that's okay. They're not really dealing much damage, so we'll just no shield again. Alright, we'll just commit to a Sucker Punch farm down at this point, I think. Or maybe we go for a... we'll go for the BM... Nope, never mind. We didn't even hit it. I was going to say, go for the BM Discharge. Alright, GG's to that trainer. Obviously, Togepi, crazy XL investment. It's a Shundo Stunfisk. Alright, fair enough. But obviously, underleveled Pokemon is a bit of a strange one to rate. But let's see what the viewers thought about that. Who do you think had the spicier team? Was it myself? Or was it the viewer? Alright, this one's looking pretty clear here, so I think we might as well just end the poll right now. It was definitely a different style of team there from the viewer, but unfortunately most people thought my team was spicier, so I won't be adding you as a friend this time, but you know, maybe in a future live stream you'll be able to get the win there. But let's go ahead and bring up the battle code once again to scan. Once again, for those of you who have not yet battled me and are trying to battle, please just leave a comment in chat so I know roughly how many of you are left. Obviously, I mentioned that we've only got 6 battles left, but it'd be nice to see how many people are still trying to battle. Alright, Rhyhorn into Squirtle. That is not a good lead. So we're going to be swapping out into Pumpkaboo. And the opponent's going to come in with a Glameow. Okay. I want to pretend that I know the charge moves that this thing has, but I don't. This looks like the kind of Pokemon that would run Play Rough. So, you know what? I'm going to no shield anyways. You know what? If they nuke me with something, fair play. They deserve it. Okay, it is a Play Rough. I don't even remember what they led with. Squirtle, that was the one. Okay, so we do manage to flip that matchup, which is great news for us. Potentially they've got like a team that's pretty weak to grass. In which case, unfortunately for them, Nuzleaf is just going to absolutely feast. I assume they'll swap out straight away, but we'll come in with Rhyhorn anyways. No, they don't. Alright, that Mud Slap was crazy damage. Alright, GG's. Let me set up the poll. Who do you think had the spicier team? Was it myself or was it the opponent? Okay, so far this one's looking pretty tight, so guys, if you have not voted yet, please make sure you vote, as this is going to be a very close one. We'll give it just a few more seconds here. Alright. Congratulations once again, viewer, coming out on top there. Pretty close one, but we're going to send a friend request, and it's always nice when it actually goes through. So GG's there. Very cool team. We are going to bring the battle code up once again. We should have 5 more battles. Yeah, 5 more battles. Alright, team is locked in. Okay, that is really bad news. We are very weak to rock. Bloody GBL algorithm hitting me again. Ah, crap. What the hell do we even do here? Come on, Dwebble, bro. Just leave me alone. You don't have to do us like this. Alright, Rock Team. We'll just full send the Drill Peck here. I assume they're just double shield Dwebble, but in case they let this go, let's guarantee the KO here. Okay, they do double shield. Yikes. I guess we swap out because we don't want to be permanently debuffed. It doesn't matter though. We're taking so much damage here. We're not even going to see the rest of their team. Please, hopefully, trainer, if you are watching this, we need to see what the rest of your team is. Otherwise, we can't vote. Yeah, okay, cool. Swablu. Smart play on their end, trying to showcase the rest of the team. So they get more of a chance of winning in the poll. Maybe they'll just stop attacking completely. Okay, yeah, they do. They want to show me what the third Pokemon is. They've probably invested a lot of Stardust into this team, and I respect it. I appreciate that. What is that third Pokemon? It's a Loudred. Okay. Respect to the opponent. Able to actually let us know what the full team was. Alright, who do you think had the spicier team? Was it myself or was it the opponent? Maybe we can be slightly more generous for this one because they did actually show us the whole team there when they could have just swept us with a single Pokemon. Although obviously my team was pretty spicy there, I will say. But so far it's looking like a pretty dominant win for the viewer. Alright, we won't leave it too long here. How do you get the outfit my avatar is wearing? You get it from beating Giovanni from the, like, special researches, I think 20 times. Alright, we're going to end the poll there. Congratulations. You come out on top. Oh, we get an error again, so unfortunately... And as the wise, you're going to have to leave your friend code in chat, because every now and then the game's like, nah, even though it says add friend, we're not actually going to do that. So apologies for that. If you obviously if you don't feel comfortable leaving your friend code, we can sort something else out. But if you're happy to just leave it in the chat, then I'll add you via that way instead. Can post it. Alright, cool. For now, we'll just bring up the battle code and I'll add you after the next battle. Alright. 4 battles left, so hopefully you guys have all had a chance to send a battle request. Alright, team is locked in. We're ready to go. Alright, Cubone in the lead. A bit of an awkward one here. We kind of need to just stay in. Gonna bait with a Nightshade. Could have just full sent the Shadow Ball. Oh, they swap and catch onto Lullaby. Very nice catch. I think we just sacrifice the Varoom at this point. Well, not sacrifice it, but we come in with the Varoom here, as it's going to be useless up against Cubone. So no shield this. We'll just farm up to back to back. And then that way, if they do no shield here, we've got a Gyro Ball that we can throw. Oh, that does not KO. Oh, shoot. That is bad news. I honestly think we just let this go. I don't know who wins CMP. It's probably Varoom that wins CMP up against Cubone, assuming they'd come back in with it. But, yeah, we'll come in. We'll go for the resisted Snarl farm down. We're going to come out with another Nightshade loaded, which is great news for us. Let's see what they want to do. Okay, they come back in, and they do just go for the Mud Slap. But Nightshade's going to do decent damage here if they do no shield this. Yep, we're going to swap. Come in with the Water Gun Clampo. They are purified, and someone was mentioning purified Cubone earlier in the stream, so let's just shield this in case it's return, and it is return, so fair play. They're going to come in with Galarian Articuno. Right, I'm wanting to go for the Ice Beam, but at the same time, we kind of just need to get some shields from the opponent. They go for an Ancient Power. Okay, interesting. Okay, the Water Guns honestly are kind of chunking. We probably need to swap out and make a catch. But it does not work out as the opponent banking the energy. They come in with the Cubone. We will be able to farm them down here, but they are going to have more than enough energy on the Articuno to take me out with whatever move. I think we might live an Ancient Power, but if they're double moved, which they should be, Brave Bird easily takes us out. GG's to that trainer. All right. Let's go ahead and see what you guys thought. Whose team was the spiciest? Was it mine or was it the viewer? And then Anders the Wise, if you want to leave your code in the chat, I'll add you after we've got the results from the poll. Again, looking pretty close so far, but only 8 votes, so make sure you do vote. GG's. All right. I think we might as well just end it there. And it looks like another win for the viewer. So congratulations. Again, we air it out, so you're going to have to leave your code in chat as well, unfortunately. There is the possibility that you just leaving a code in chat might end up it being flagged as like a spam comment. So potentially if that does happen, just type in like friend code first and then your code. But I'll wait for both of you now because it's happened 2 times in a row where we've not actually been able to add the winner. Okay, I'm gonna hide my screen. Anders the Wise, if you're able to post your friend code as well, that'd be great. I guess for now we'll just go into the next battle. Posted it, you don't see it? No, I only see no worries, I can post it, and then the recent comment, I posted it, you don't see it. So maybe it's because I've got top chat rather than live chat. Okay, yeah, I can see it, but it's because, yeah, so it's because you posted it without any text, it just didn't come up for me. But I can see that now, so potentially someone's just scanned this. But if not, we will add you now. Alright. Apologies about that. That's all sorted now. We are going to bring the battle code up on the screen once again. We've only got 3 battles left, so stream will be ending fairly soon. Is there anyone left? Or have I just battled everyone that wants to battle? Ugh. Neck's feeling a bit stiff. Can you let me know in chat if you are still trying to scan, or if we've gone through everyone that wants to battle? Right, okay. game trouble. Alright, well, we'll leave it on screen for another minute or so, and if we don't get any scans, then we'll probably just call it there. We have been streaming for 2 hours and 20 minutes, so don't mind ending the stream if there are no challenges left. Alright, we got a battle request. Yeah, sorry guys, I realized I had the live chat set to top chat rather than just live chat. So basically anyone who is supposedly spamming messages, I didn't see all of those messages. So apologies if I missed some of what you guys have said. Potentially I have that on all the time, in which case I do miss half of what you guys talk about. So sorry about that. But anyways, gonna lock in our team. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I use the term spamming loosely. That's just what it says as the description for top chat versus live chat. Okay, really dominant lead matchup for us. I think we had the reverse of this earlier on the stream. But yeah, they're just gonna no shield, sponge the damage. Okay, so they are a bit core broken by a rock type, but that's okay. Whoops. We go for Rock Tomb again. Come in with our Chin Chow. Right, they could have Scorching Sands. I feel like that's quite unlikely. So I'm going to no shield. Okay, it's just a wild charge. That's fine. Which means they debuff themselves, meaning a Bubble Beam, which is not a particularly hard-hitting move, will actually do some decent damage here. And then hopefully we can just Spark farm them down. Okay, yep, we can farm them down. That's great news. Okay, they come in with Grafii. So, not ideal for us, actually. They are going to wall our energy. And they're going to have access to Poison Fang. I think the play here is actually shield this, commit to the farm down, come out with a Rock Tomb loaded. And then I think we only get off one move here. Mud Slap probably takes us out. It is non-stab, and I am debuffing them now. Oh, we actually get off a Body Slam as well. That is nice. And then we have the Sludge Bomb loaded. It is resisted damage here. Up against the poison typing. But it is definitely enough to get the KO there. GG's to that trainer. Right. You guys know the drill. We're making the poll. Which team do you think was spiciest? Was it myself or was it the viewer? Right, I have 2 more teams left, so if there are any other people that are wanting to battle who have not battled yet, please let me know in the chat right now. Leave a comment so I'm aware. All right. Only 7 votes right now. We can definitely get a few more votes in. I know we are coming towards the very end of the stream. Ready? Okay, cool. Let's try and get at least 10 votes for each poll. Will this be a video? No, it's just this live stream. So you can obviously watch it back afterwards. But I'm not going to, like, speed up the battles or anything like that. All right, there we go. We are going to end the poll there. Congratulations. Hopefully we can add you as a friend here. Nope, obviously not. Why is this game so shit? Well, in that case, if you don't mind just leaving your friend code in the chat. And then we will bring up the battle code so that someone else can scan a battle in the meantime. All right. We've got Amora into Voltorb, but regular Voltorb, not the Hisuian version. So we're going to stay in here. I assume this is a... Well, okay, this is... I assume that's under-leveled by quite a bit. Like 800 CP. Okay, they do go for Gyroball. Oh my god, I did not realize that was the case. We still tank it though. They come in with an Archon. Okay, apologies that my phone screen has just changed color there. Hopefully that's not too distracting for you guys. I'll change it after this battle. Okay, Ice Beam going to get the KO, and their final Pokemon is going to be another flying type, Trumbeak. Alright. They're going to throw straight away, so I guess we just let this go. Thank you for leaving your friend code there. GG's trainer. Honestly, that gyro ball really caught me off guard there. I did not expect that. Alright. Let's sort out the poll, and then I'll add you afterwards as well. Who do you think had the spicier team? Was it myself, or was it the viewer? Let me just put this up here whilst I sort out my phone. GG's. Yeah, to be fair, it was good that he landed the gyro ball, because otherwise that could have been a pretty disgusting game for the Amora. Alright. Pretty close poll here. We're going to give it a few more seconds. If you haven't voted yet, please make sure you vote. Alright. Congratulations. Another win for the viewer. Can we add you as a friend this time around? Nope. Why is this game so shit? Apologies, you will have to just leave your friend code. But whilst I'm adding the previous trainer, you can leave it in the chat. Alright, I've added, or I've sent a friend request to both of you guys, so let's go ahead, and this is going to be the final battle of the stream, so good luck to whoever manages to scan this one. Been some very crazy teams that we've seen on display today, so thank you guys for bringing the spice, outspicing me. Got one more battle, so let's see if there is anyone left to challenge. Alright, here we go. Final battle. Gonna hide my screen one last time. Alright, good luck, trainer. Hopefully they're just picking the team and they haven't lagged out here. Naveen Joseph, can you let me know in chat if you've selected your team? Error. Okay, cool. We'll just back out. Okay, let's try that one more time. Hopefully things go smoothly, but it's Pokemon Go, so no guarantee of that. So someone else has scanned that. So maybe I'll do one bonus battle afterwards for Naveen Joseph, because I did mention this was going to be the final battle, but the game being shit is a bit of a rubbish reason for you to miss out. But good luck to this trainer anyways. Hopefully they don't also error out. Remember guys, if you've enjoyed the live stream, make sure you leave a like, as it does help me out. Even though we're not necessarily trying to push it out to a ton more viewers at this point, it still does really help. Sorry, it's lost. Alright, I think, honestly, I'm going to have to refresh my game data, because it's probably an issue on my end. Alright, cool. We'll do 2 more battles then after this. Oh, that's aired out as well. Fantastic. Whoops, trying to enter the Go Battle League. Come on, man, the stream was going so well. We're just trying to do the final couple battles. Alright, here we go. An actual battle. That is great stuff. We got Snova into Magnemite. I kind of knew this was coming. Pretty tricky for us. Okay, they do actually allow me to get to the move here. Right, we'll shield. We'll overfarm a little bit. So go for back-to-back magnet bombs. Big boost, please. Okay, no boost. Okay. I wonder if we can reach another Night Slash here, or if they fully farm me down. Oh, we get there. That's huge. It might not quite KO, but it'll put them into like 1 hex farm down range. Yeah. Okay, barely doesn't KO. A bit unfortunate for us, as they do get to a last second charge move. But hopefully Drifloon can do something in the back. Oh yeah, definitely. They've got Fampi. I think this is going to have Trailblaze and Body Slam. In which case we resist everything. Let's see. Do they have any coverage at all? Rock Slide. Oh wow, okay. I did not expect that. Either way, we're still fine. Alright. GG's. Alright. Poll is now up. Not too many people left in the live stream, so obviously not expecting to get us to over 20 votes this time around, but you know, we'll just wait to see. I did wonder why you'd overfarmed there, but poor internet. Alright. Gonna end the poll in just a few seconds here. Alright, so congratulations. Once again, viewer coming out on top. Adding a friend still doesn't fucking work. So that is annoying. So again, Naveen Joseph, you'll have to send your code in chat, and then we're going to do the final battle here for the name which I cannot pronounce, which is Icelandic. But they did donate early in the stream, so I definitely don't want them to miss out. Okay, we are entering 20% battery. Okay, that's not the person I was hoping it was going to be. Apologies to this trainer, but we have done all the battles at this point in time, but Freyfinn Bogasson, which I've butchered their name again, did donate early in the stream, and they've aired out a few times throughout the stream as well. So I was trying to give them one final battle, but I'll quickly do this. But could you please maybe restart your game if you keep on erroring? Done it 3 times. Yeah, Naveen, if you just leave the code in chat, I'll add it after this battle. Alright. Ribombi. Shiny Rib. Great lead for us. Running Charm. They come in with Heatran. Okay, they double shield. I guess we might as well just shield once. Okay, they go for the legacy move there. Coming back in with Charm Ribombi. You hate to see it. Alright. Shadow Punch. Decent damage. We get to another one. And attack form Deoxys. So no XL Pokemon on the opponent's end. So please, I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. It's basically the end of the stream, but reminder, please follow the on-screen instructions. All right. Sorry, just got here. Well, the instructions are on the screen. All right. Unfortunately, it's not looking like the viewers thought that team was quite as spicy as mine, so we'll just end the poll nice and quickly there. But GG's, thank you for the battle. Hopefully now we can get this final battle done, if you're able to scan this correctly. Fingers crossed it works. The moment of truth. Is this it? It's promising. Right, hopefully you've not lagged out and we can get this final battle done. Good luck, trainer. We've got Smoochum into Murkrow. I'm going to say probably a positive matchup for us. Just because we're dealing so much damage with the fast moves. They're swapping into Mr. Mime. We are resisting Psy Waves, so we might as well just stay in here and fire off an Ice Punch. We'll wait to see how much damage this does. It puts them into range where we can just farm them down. So I'll shield once. We'll go for the farm down. They come in with a Jinx. Oh my god. Alright. I don't really know what we do with our Trapinch here. I guess we just swap into it now. Just sacrifice it. Oh, hold up. We get to Crunch and we win CMP. That is huge. And Jinx, by the way, has a pretty high attack stat. But this is XXL Shadow Trapinch we're talking about. Draining Kiss. What the heck? Okay. Definitely don't run that. Going for Razor Shell, looking for a debuff to their defense, which we get. We come out with the move loaded, which we will throw. Unfortunately, Jinx getting knocked out by her own child. But Psyshock gets the KO. GG's to that opponent there. That is the final battle. So thank you to everyone for sending a battle request. Let's just sort out this final poll. Alright. Alright, for the final time today, you guys are going to vote. Which team do you think was spicier? Was it mine or was it the viewer? GG's. Alright, we'll wait till we get to at least 10 votes here. So if you've not voted yet, please vote. Alright, there we go. Nope, it went to 10, now it's gone down to 9. Back to 10 again. Alright, unfortunately, it looks like we are going to be winning this final one, so I won't be adding you this time, but obviously we'll do more streams like this in the future. Appreciate everyone for the battles. There were some really fun teams out there. A lot of you managing to outspice me, which is really cool to see. And even those of you that didn't manage to come out on top with the poll results, I still very much appreciate the games. So GG's to all of you. Thank you to those of you who as well who donated or gifted some memberships. As always, very much appreciate that. And yeah, we're going to call it there. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time.